Hey everybody, there's a video that has been on my mind ever since I saw it, and before I go to sleep, I've got to say something about it because I can't get it off my mind.
Has gone viral, landing a soldier behind bars tonight.
Someone came running in. You better walk away. So you walk away.
Well, you're taking a look at some of the video shot at the lakes at Barony Place. This is a subdivision in Richland County. This actually happened on Monday. It's unclear what happened before a woman started recording this video, but we can hear the young man in the video with the hat on there say that he didn't do anything. He lives there. We found out tonight the other man in the video in the red shirt is Jonathan Pentland. He keeps telling that man to continue walking and then eventually shoves him. He also uses graphic language that we had to mute out of this video and tells the young man that he's not welcome. The video spread rapidly. It has more than 26,000 shares after 48 hours on Facebook. And it is sparking some outrage tonight and demands for action. The Richland County Sheriff, Leon Lott, announced Pentland was taken into custody and charged with third-degree assault and battery. The sheriff says they worked fast to investigate.
When there's something going on in the community, call, let us respond so we can get involved and we can take care of it. And that's what happened in this case. That's what we all need to do. We have to work together to make sure that we prevent incidents that occurred on Monday from ever happening again.
The video sparked protests in that neighborhood where, of course, it was shot there. The suspect's house was also vandalized tonight, according to deputies.
And this is what bothers me about that incident and what Officer Pentland did. And that, first of all, an officer would say, well, it wasn't about race, but what it was about, as I understand it, and from subsequent videos, that Mr. Pentland said this is our neighborhood, we're tight-knit. But from the other videos I saw and I'll refer to, it looks like the video indicates, or the set of them, that you have one side of the neighborhood that's black and the other side that's white. And one is slightly higher income than the other, but by the looks of things, not much. And this started because the woman claimed that the young man did something, but the officers, the police, said that what he was accused of doing didn't rise to the level of him being assaulted. And it sounded like he was a mutual dog walker with a girl who apparently was white. But Mr. Pentland's wife was the instigator and seemed to be trying to encourage her husband to do something, and took the video. And that's my point here. There's a big problem in today's society where people feel like they have to tell lies about what somebody else does. I don't know if they're seeking drama or what, but this happens quite a bit. And it harkens back to Emmett Till, when a young white woman at the time told her husband that a 15-year-old black guy had made a pass at her when he really hadn't done anything. I think he said hello. That was Emmett Till. The husband and another family member beat Emmett Till to death, and that launched the civil rights movement. Something like that could have happened in this case, okay? And the point is that however our society is changing, it seems like we have people now who aren't satisfied with a peaceful truth. In other words, nothing happened, the kid was walking around, there was a disagreement regarding a dog that could be resolved by adults. Instead, they want to take physical actions into their own hands. But the person, they're taking physical actions in their own hands, being ignited or enabled by somebody else. And that's what happened in this case. So the lesson is, do not take matters into your own hands unless you yourself witnessed the action. You have to be the person of clear thought. You can't just go out there, particularly as an Army officer, and put your hands on somebody, because he didn't know why everything that Jonathan said was based on assumptions. Like, for example, he assumed that the young man, DeAndre, I believe, didn't live in the neighborhood when in point of fact he did. And now because of the video, Jonathan has had to move out. The Army moved his family out because it wasn't safe for them to be there. His house is vandalized. That shouldn't happen either. Okay. Now he can't go back to the place he calls home. But that's because of the way he handled the situation. It should not have happened that way. And the only way to resolve this is for someone, perhaps the Army, I think, to get all the people in the neighborhood together in like a giant town hall and work toward a peace so that Mr. Pentland can live in the neighborhood again or someplace else along with his family and not worry about he or his family. I'm not justifying what he did. What he did was stupid. What his wife did was stupider because she really instigated the whole thing and really should be sharing part of his jail time. All right? We got to get up to a point in the society where we, first of all, people need to stop lying about each other. Because what was told about what the young man didn't square with what he said or what others said. Watch this. Tam Talks has a take, says according to witnesses, Jonathan, his wife, claims a young black man viral video sexually did something. But anyway, listen to this.
Who started the whole thing? Mr. John was in his house.
You see, they know who he is, which means they all live in the neighborhood. They call him Mr. John, okay?
For some reason, this lady, I don't know if she's lying. I can't say she's lying, but she's saying that the young man in the video sexually assaulted her daughter. They friends. The daughter 21, he 22.
Okay, see that they all know each other in the neighborhood. They all know each other in the neighborhood.
Was they are quote unquote dog walking partners. The boy tugged on her shirt, she said. She came out yelling for help. She didn't explain how they got into the argument. She won't explain that. So boom, she said that she came out in the middle of her street and yelled help for 5 minutes and nobody in the neighborhood came out. So she ran all the way from over there. She ran from all the way over there across it to Mr. John's house and rang the doorbell, and he came out, and then that's when you seen the video. So she ran from over there and skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and ran 10, 11, about 10 houses, at least 10, and came over and knocked on the door to come get Mr. Big Man.
So see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, whoever this girl was, she went over there to get him, skipping up all these other houses for, I guess, this guy tugging on her shirt. And they know each other. He comes out without knowing the situation, you know, and he tries to be Mr. Vigilante Justice. Don't do that. The lesson here is do not take the law into your own hands. That is an age-old lesson. I don't care what your reason is. Don't do it. That's why, you know, I'm visiting here in Georgia for my mom, as you know, but they took the they took the citizens arrest law off the books here because your people down here are doing just that. Taking what they thought was the law into their own hands, and Ahmaud Arbery was killed because of that. No. So the lesson here is this. I don't care what your reason is. Don't take the law in your own hands, but because of this viral video, because it involves a white guy who's 42, who's bald, like me, talking and acting the way he did on video and assaulting the young man. Because of that, now you got a race problem, all right? Even though if you had asked him, he says, well, it wasn't about race. He was da-da-da-da, all right? But all that aside, you want to clear away the complication? Stick to this. You think somebody is suspicious, something's wrong, call the police, okay? And let them diffuse it. And I know we have problems where there are people who are justly calling for defunding the police because of how police don't handle problems, but I'm telling you, there are police officers who do handle problems correctly. Case in point, in South Carolina. So You can get this right, but we have to rest on our institutions to do so and stop taking the law into our own hands. That's the real lesson here. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.